did it do that to me? Why did it do that? Okay, so I'm gonna do this. Okay. Uh-huh. Yep. And then I'm gonna do... Is that too... Oh my god. Oh my god. Hold on. Pause. I need to... Hi. Hello. What is wrong with my angle? Like this? Maybe like that. Sup? What is up? Hey. What is up? I'm big chillin'. Okay. Alright, anyway. Yes, hello, it is me. Hello, hi. Hi. I realized, I think it's been like 5... Nope. Did I stream Friday? I can't remember if I streamed on Thursday or Friday, but it's been a few days. And I am a complete liar because I said I was gonna stream Sunday or yesterday. But I didn't. My bad. How's life? Life is pretty good. I think without getting into like too many like details or anything, because life is life at the end of the day, you know? It has its ups and downs. But overall, what I can say is that it's okay. My boyfriend saw me at work today. Ooh. For a visit. He came in to surprise me without knowing. Oh, that's cute. That's adorable. Yeah. Hello. Hi. Hi. Welcome. How come my lighting looks really crazy? Is it just me? Anyways. We know that the moon isn't made of green cheese, but if it were made out of barbecue spare ribs, would you eat it then? Why would I eat the moon? Why would I do that? Your lighting is good? Okay, thank you. What? I've been super busy. I hope my parents move their 8,000 square foot house. They are moving from northern Utah to southern Utah. Wait, they moved the whole house? That's actually insane. I know that happens, but like moving like a whole house, maybe I should wait for clarification before I elaborate any further. No, anyway, so I have to tell you a story, cause are you seeing twice? Not the house itself. Oh, okay, sorry. I thought you meant the whole house. I was like, bro, am I seeing twice? I really want to. I didn't buy tickets, but like I feel like they're not gonna be that hard to get. Because they're coming really, really close to where I live. Well, not that close, but it's close, you know? But I really want to go. It's like the first time like a big K-pop group has ever gone to like Denver. And so I really, really want to go. I should go. The land's yours, the house is wide. Yeah, true. Yeah. They took 3 trailer loads. Oh, you know what? I guess that's about average. You should definitely go and support it. I really want to go. I really do want to go, especially because like I've never seen Twice. The only time I seen Twice was at KCON, and that was like in 2018, which was such a long time ago. And I've been a Twice fan since like pretty much they debuted, so I do think it would be really nice to go in general. And they're coming like close, you know, like we can go same day and then come back the day after. It's not that much, so I really do want to go. Twice is coming to Atlanta in February, but I don't want to spend another $200. That's valid. Yeah, the thing is, I don't know how much tickets are, but like I said, I really don't think they're going to be that hard to get or anything. Tickets go on sale on Thursday. Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe I'll wait. I can't tell you why I start yawning when I start streaming. This is goofy. Tui and Nayan? Me too! Wait, me too. Me too. That sounds creepy, but do you have socks on? Why are you asking? Maybe I do and maybe I don't. You look and act like my friend. She's blonde and doesn't yawn a lot. Okay. Well, I'm glad you think that your friend is amazing, but like I feel like you've lost me at the doesn't yawn a lot. Anyways. My bias is Junghyun. She's my ult along with Kun Hee. Really? Wait, that makes so much sense. Hello. Did you see Soho's posts he made the other day? Kind of. It's a weird kind of thing, I think. So like I do see Soho's posts, but I don't read them, I guess, as much. I used to read, maybe it was because it was like his last, or you know, he started posting frequently, and I just got so excited because like I miss Soho, so I used to read them all the time. But like these days, I don't. It's such a weird. That's why I say it's weird. I think I've just been so not K-pop focused recently because like I've been doing a bunch of like non K-pop things that like everything K-pop related, it's like suddenly just like not that interesting to me. And I hate to say even ONEUS, the loves of my life ONEUS have been falling into that category as well. And so like I haven't been keeping up too much with like things that ONEUS are doing. Why do I start yawning on stream? This is actually so ridiculous. Anyways, so Soho's kind of contents have been falling into that too. Like I see the posts, but I don't read them as much as I was like a month ago. As much. Sometimes I do, but sometimes I don't. Hey, you're hot. Thank you. Yawn if you love Soho. Me, yawn 3. Oh, wait. Oh, nope. Okay. Anyways, okay, wait. Let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a story. Because it's really funny. It's actually really funny. So, if any of you seen the title, I also learned, so I started scrolling through like all the live streams on YouTube the other day, and I realized that you don't see the title when you're in the live stream. Like that was my first time kind of seeing the way the live stream looked as like a viewer, because like it looks way different on my end, right? And so I noticed that like you don't see the title if you're scrolling through. So I guess if you have seen the title, especially if you're on your phone, I think. I was kind of sad because ONEUS doesn't put out a lot of content, so it's kind of easy to get distracted from them. That is true. I mean, like, I love ONEUS, so, like, I keep up with them, like, a lot. But I think, like, I go through these, like, I don't want to say phases, like, bouts. Now, I do think it's because, like, the tour happened, and, like, so in the months leading up to the tour, and then, like, after the tour, because I just missed them so bad, I was so invested in ONEUS content, so, like, I was, like, consuming every single thing. But that's kind of what happens, is, like, around those times, like, around, like, comeback times, and, like, maybe, like, tour times, I like get really back into One Us, and so I'm just like constantly consuming all of their content. But in between those, when it's like I have no reason to, I like slow down on it a lot. So it's kind of the period I'm in. It's like I keep up with them when I see content about what they're doing, or like, you know, things that are happening. But like I don't go actively seek it out in times like this, I guess. Where was I going with that? Oh, for me, because they're like the only group that I keep up with like that. Like one of the only ones. Like I don't even do that for like a cent. I love a cent these days, but I don't do that for a cent. It's more so that it's just I don't, because I'm so focused on doing like other things outside of K-pop and One Us. Like I don't really pay attention to One Us that much. Especially in like the in-between times. Now, if they announce like a comeback for like December, I'm probably gonna be back in. I'm gonna be back in the loop. Now hopefully they don't ever announce another tour in recent anytime soon, because Lido has to enlist soon, and Soho's still gonna be in the military. They can't go on tour with 3 people. Like that's insane. Like, anyways, so I'm just kind of hoping that there's like no more tours for the foreseeable future. At least until they're like all back, maybe. I don't read the titles. I see it through my notifications, but I just click because you're live. Oh. Okay, yeah. So like sometimes... Bruh, I can't believe myself. Yeah, sometimes you can see the titles and sometimes you can't. I only keep up with groups if YouTube or Google News tells me. Yeah, that's usually how I get most of my news. I mean, like sometimes I go on Twitter, but Twitter is just so... Twitter is so insufferable these days. I'm telling you. I'm so tired of it. I don't even want to be there anymore. I almost just want to like deactivate my Twitter. It's so horrendous. Or I might just log out and never log in, never log back in. I just don't like it anymore. Have One Us renewed their contracts yet? No, I think they expire in January. Oh. Wait. 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 You're right. I just realized that they haven't really said anything about contract renewals. They'll probably wait until the contract ends to say if they renewed it. Let me give my thoughts and opinions on this, because I think I have mixed thoughts and opinions. My first belief or thought is that they're going to renew their contracts. Especially because like RBW like based on like the business part of it, I see them staying with RBW for some reason. Yeah. Like I see them like extending for like 3 years or so. Like they'll probably do like a short contract and not the full 7. Because it's also an awkward time for them to be doing contract renewals and then to like kind of like try to leave or not renew it. Because Soho is in the military. Like I feel like because he's like in the middle of being in the military, he is probably going to renew it, just because it's like, I don't, you know, just to come back like out of the military and have some kind of stability instead of having to, like, that just makes the most sense. Because even in that situation, I would not do that. Like if I had to be put in that situation where like your contract renewal is coming up during this thing that you're doing, it's like I would just renew the contract and then figure it out afterward. Like, I don't know. That's just me. But I also, your channel's not monetized. Yeah, I don't monetize my stuff. What else was I gonna say? One Us seems to be RBW's like main thing, which is really insane because they're almost a 7-year-old group, and they're still so like focused on them, which is like, it's a good thing, I think, as a fan, because, you know, we get to see the company putting all this effort into this group, or, you know, into like our favorite group, and then like our favorite group to still be doing things, because at this point, a lot of groups' careers, they kind of start to like dwindle off, you know, because they're 7 years in. So I think, despite what this is, that's actually a whole nother conversation for another day. But like, a lot of people like to complain, and this, I constantly think that it's just a lot of people feel entitled for some reason, or like, I don't know, they have really weird beliefs about things. But I think RBW promotes One Us just fine. Okay, I'm sure there are things they could do better, but I don't think that they're doing the worst. Okay, because they could be doing a lot worse, and this is kind of what I mean by like the fans who say that RBW is not doing enough or anything, you know, for One Us. They don't promote them enough or give them enough work and whatnot. I think it's just because like they see these like bigger groups maybe like constantly having things to do, and then see One Us not getting those, and then try to compare the two, and it's like, they're really not comparable. Like, they're truly not comparable. But what's the word? I can only think of entitled, but it's like when greedy, like you want more than you, I don't know. Anyways, I think RBW is doing just fine. And truly, in like the most like honest but politest way possible, One Us can really only exist with RBW. Like, they can't really, I think it's true though, like One Us is not in a position to where they can all leave together and then go to a different company and still be One Us. Like, it's just not gonna work. Like, it has to be with RBW. And I do think that the members, like, just based on like a fan perspective from the outside, seems like they really like being One Us together. So I think they would do the most to try to protect that. But because of that, they have to stay with RBW. So I think they're gonna renew. And also because they still seem to be RBW's like number one group. I'm a multi-stan, so I actually just get overwhelmed. Oh, that's valid. I follow Stray Kids, AT's P1, 17. Oh my god, that's a lot of groups. That too, and also the members don't seem to prioritize wanting to expand solo activities. I know for Mamamoo, they were looking to do more solo things. That's true. That is really true. I mean, and two, because again, it kind of ties into... Hi, native homie. Hello. Hello. I'm playing Fortnite, but I swear I'm listening. Okay, yeah, I'm a good yapper, don't worry. I think One Us will definitely renew. Yes. What are you doing? I'm talking about One Us. Duh. One Us is contract renewals. What was I gonna say? It was based on what you said. Oh. Okay, yeah, no, okay. So because One Us is RBW's like main group, especially because Purple Kiss is disbanding. One We is like a band, so they get promoted in like a different way. Which I think One We is actually doing really well too. Surprisingly, but like also deservingly, because they're really good, and I do think that they deserve a lot more recognition than they have. Just my personal opinion. But they're in like a different realm, so like they don't really even count. And then RBW's like other boy group like fell through, right? I don't even know if they've been like trying to rebuild that or anything. And so like One Us is really all RBW has. So I think One Us could go in there into their contract renewal meeting, and they could ask for a lot more probably, and they would probably get it. Would they? Okay, now that I think about it, because I do think on both sides, like the company and the group, I do think that they're gonna do the most to try to keep like stay connected with each other. Because again, I don't think One Us can survive without RBW. Hate to say. But also, RBW, if they lose One Us, like if they have like members that like disperse, I guess, or don't renew, because I don't think that they'll disband. I don't think One Us will ever disband. They'll kind of, I think the most that they do is do like a Mamamoo thing where some of them would leave, but they would try to maintain group activities. It's just, we've kind of seen how that worked out. Like, the group activities became so limited because they couldn't, it's harder to match schedules when you're all in different places. And I feel like One Us wants to keep more of the group aspect. Again, like you said, they don't want to do solo things as much. And with that situation, RBW would then be losing out on all these group activities because they wouldn't be able to coordinate them. So I think that the company would do what they can to try to make all of them, or try to get all of them to renew their contracts. And so I think because of that, like the group, like One Us, they can ask for a lot more in their new contracts with that mindset. You know, it's just the downside is that like if RBW says no and One Us threatens to leave, it's like RBW would be like, okay, but where are you gonna go? It's like, you know, there's pros and cons to everything, but I do think they could get away with like asking for a little more. Pay raise? Sure. But like, you know, if they wanted to explore solo activities within their new contracts, I think they could ask that, and then RBW would probably give it to them. Because One Us is all RBW has these days, you know, boy group wise, you know, in the K-pop scene. So I was gonna ask you about the RBW boy group, what happened to them. As far as I know, they kind of just like, it like fizzled out. I think what they tried to do, so after the 2 members left, so they had the 5, right? The ones that went on the Dolce Vita tour. Well, they performed in LA, but they had the 5 members, and then 2 of them left really randomly. And so then they had 3 members. I think they were going to try, because then they held auditions like shortly after that. So I think they were gonna try to like restructure the boy group with like a different lineup or something, but they were gonna try to keep the original name that other boy group was using, and then nothing happened after that. So I almost wonder if they just scrapped the entire idea, and like just maybe decided to come up with a new concept and then just haven't done it yet. I don't know. Because like the other group already they had like 2 songs as that group and as that lineup, and I think it would be a little weird to try to just replace the 2 members with 2 new people, keep the same name, and then try to do all the other songs. You know, it would just be a lot harder, I think. So I don't know what's going on. They seem to not like girl groups because they don't want to keep Purple Kiss around. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. Yeah, they're disbanding. I think that would definitely be bad for RBW if One Us disbanded. Yeah, it would be like, I think if they, well, okay, like I said, I don't think One Us themselves would disband. It would probably be this, like the Purple Kiss situation. I think RBW would make One Us disband if they had to. But that's like if like RBW was just kind of going under. If they decided they were like, all right, we're going to call it a day as a company and whatever, they would disband One Us. Now, One Us, I don't know. I don't think that they would just let themselves disband. I think they would stay as a group and then try to go do other, you know, maybe. Am I delusional? Am I just like, is that coping? Like, I don't want to see One Us disbanded. I don't know what I would do. I don't want to think about it. I really don't want to think about it. If One Us ever disbanded, if they disbanded because of reasons outside of their control. So like if they disbanded, but that's like a decision they came to on their own, like all 5 of them, then it's like respect. Like I would respect it. I'd be a little sad, you know, of course, but it's because that's what they wanted. So I would be like, okay. But if it happened in a situation like Purple Kiss, and like all of a sudden one day they announce, they're like, hey, we're disbanding, I would be sad. I would actually be, I'd probably cry for like a month straight. I don't know. I feel like Soho is the only one who ever seems to do solo stuff. Well, no, it's actually, well, I guess we don't know because he enlisted before we could even see how that would have played out. But they definitely seem to be, like RBW, the company, seems to be big fans of Hwanwoong as a soloist. But like everyone knew that. I think everyone knows that. You know, like even from day one, we were all kind of just like, it'd be Hwanwoong. If anyone debuts solo first, it's probably gonna be Hwanwoong. um, but I think my personal thoughts and opinions, I think Hwanwoong might have an official solo debut when like all of One Us is like deep in the military. So maybe like next year. That's not even that far away. Because Lido has to enlist next year into the military, and Soho doesn't get out until August. So there's going to be like this period where 2 of them are gone. There's 3 left. Kunhee is supposedly exempted from the military. And so I've kind of been going off of that info. Like, he's just not going. So it's now 3 of them, right, that are kind of, I don't know, you know? And so I think during that time, because they can't really do much as the 3 of them, like in group activities, like they could do subunit activities, but that's about it. I think that's when Hwanwoong might make like a solo debut. Xion, hopefully they let him do like more acting things, because that would be nice. And then, you know, Soho and Lido will come back, and then Hwanwoong and Xion will have to and wait, yeah, they'll have to enlist after. So I definitely agree. I'm sad for them though. Who? One Us or Purple Kiss? Yeah, I like completely spaced out that they have to renew their contract soon. What a thing to think about. Both? That's valid. That is really valid. Yeah, I personally, maybe it's also just me being like really optimistic. I think One Us will renew their contracts, but they might do the like a shorter length, like again, like 3 years or so. Oh my god, bruh. Bruh. Yeah, maybe like 3 years. That's all I can really think. I think they might. At the end of the day, I think they will renew their contracts. Yeah. I mean, there will be a point where they're gonna stop. They're gonna stop renewing their contracts. I don't know. I guess that's just something I've never thought of. About like them not renewing their contracts. I do think like in the future I could see like a few of them. Like I could probably see Hwanwoong like renewing for like a long time, just like constantly over and over. I see Lido not renewing his contract at like some point. Like I think he will this next time, but maybe the time after that he might like call it a day or something. I don't know. But see, that's the thing though, is like I feel like Soho would probably renew. He might leave too eventually, because I'm saying Xion might renew because Xion is like just one of those people, like he just fits, he seems like he just feels so at home in that kind of lifestyle. And so I feel like he would just renew his contract unless he wanted to get more into acting and he wasn't getting that from RBW. Then he might leave to pursue some of those, but other than that, I feel like he would. He would continue staying with RBW. which then kind of like makes me think about, hello again. Hi. They're so underrated. I know, they, One Us also deserves a lot more recognition than they have, for sure. At the end of the day, it's just a job. That's true. It just depends on, like, I mean, not even like the not even like the, oh, I enjoy my job, because I'm sure they enjoy their job, but like you also have to think about what comes with the job. You got to think about benefits, and like, is the job supporting you, even though like you are, you're doing the most for your job, the job has to do things for you too. And so yeah, you're right, like thinking about all that. Anyways, what was I saying? I was going off into a tangent. I totally forgot what I was saying. At the end of the day, yeah, I think they're gonna renew. Maybe if they get more views, they'll stay a bit longer. Well, that's the thing. It's like they are pretty popular right now. Definitely not as popular, but like they're pretty popular. I always share their content with anyone and everyone. Me too. I'm like their biggest promoter, low-key. 사랑한다. 감사합니다. Oh my god. Okay. Let me let me tell you a story. Okay? Cuz if anyone has seen my title, I experienced a devastating event today. Well, it wasn't that devastating. It was just kind of embarrassing. A little bit of an embarrassing event today. So, at work, like where I work, we work in this like really old building. It's a pretty old building. I like your hair that way. Thanks. I'm like getting tired of my bangs, low key, so I'm trying to like find different styles to do where I don't have my bangs out, because I'm getting tired of them. Anyway, so I work in a pretty old building, and so how should I say, how do I word this? We have a wasp problem, because they like get in through like the little cracks, like they get in through the vents. We have these windows that look like aren't perfectly like secured to the wall or something. They get in through there. They get in through like, they come in through the doors when people come in. They're everywhere, but they're in the entire building. And we had this problem last year, so I'm starting to think it's like this time of the year, because it starts to get cold. So they come inside because it's warm inside. And so we have this huge problem where they're just coming into the building constantly. So like they're everywhere. So I have a fly swatter. We all have fly swatters on standby, right? Because they fly around everywhere. And they're just all over the place. So anyway, today there's like a wasp, and it's flying around like kind of like by me, and I'm scared. I'm a little terrified to get stung by a wasp, okay? Because I hate that they can sting you multiple times and like not die. I hate that. And so that's like my fear. Well, it's not a fear, it's just it's a really like, I don't want to get stung. So there's like, every time they come near me, I like do my best to try to like unalive them, because truly, who needs wasps anyways? So there's one like kind of flying near my head. So I get my fly swatter and I stand up from my seat, and I start walking towards it to go like, swat it. And as soon as I look at it with the fly swatter, I have it in my hand. The fly swatter's in my hand like this, and I'm looking at it. It's like above me, and it swoops down. Like it flies so fast from the ceiling to like right here on me. And so I start freaking out, because I'm like, oh my god, it's a wasp, and it's like on me now. And I thought it landed on my shoulder. So I start going like this, to try to like brush it off. And as soon as I started doing that, I hear like a buzzing sound right by my ear. And I was like, because it was so close, and I was so scared, because it's like, oh my god, it's right next to me. And as soon as I heard that buzzing sound, I heard it sting me. It's a very specific sound. Because I heard it sting me before I felt it sting me, which is crazy. It's because I heard the buzzing sound right next to me. Okay. Has anyone watched The Hunger Games, the first movie? It's 시연을 사랑한다. 나 서 사랑한다. Anyways, are you from Cat's Eye? No. Anyways, if anyone's ever watched The Hunger Games, during the scene where she's like up in the tree and you know the tracker jackers, and she's trying to saw the hive down onto the ground, and they like you can hear them. All I can say is you can hear them stinging her. Like they're buzzing, and as soon as they sting, they like stop buzzing for like half a second, a split second. And that's it was the exact same sound. So I knew that it stung me. And then as soon as I heard that, I felt it. And it actually stung me like right here. I can try to show you after, but like I don't know if it's still there or not. It stung me right here. And it immediately, like again, it starts to sting, duh, because I got stung. And so I start freaking out. I was like, oh my God, I got stung by a wasp. That's my fear. Okay. The whole thing I'm trying to avoid, and I got stung by a wasp. And so I start like panicking. I was like, oh my God, it stung me. And like my pal is there. So she comes out and she's like, oh. And I was like, I was like, can you believe it? It stung me. But I didn't know where it went. Like I thought it like fell to the floor. So I'm holding my face like this because it's like right here. I'm going like this and I'm looking on the ground to see if it's like on the ground anywhere, and I don't see it. And so as I think it was like I looked at her or something and I heard it start buzzing around right here again. And I was like, it's in my hair, because it just had to be in my hair. So I started like flicking my hair like this, and I guess it flew out. 사랑합니다. 감사합니다. Anyway, it flew out, and so I run away because like my face stings right here. And I like it like stings. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this. And like they're everywhere, and like the thing, and now I'm scared because like it stung me. What I was trying to avoid this entire time. And so we finally get it, but there's like 2 other wasps. And so I finally have the courage to look at my face, because I was really scared it was gonna be swollen. I can't tell you why I thought it was gonna be, because I was holding it like this the whole time. I was like, I'm so scared, and it still like kind of like hurt. It was just uncomfortable, but it still kind of stung, and I was like holding it, and I was like, I bet you it's gonna be swollen. It's gonna be horrible. So I finally look in the mirror, and I noticed that I actually also got stung like right here. So like I got stung twice. And but that's crazy because like I didn't feel this one. I felt this one the most. But I didn't even know I got stung a second time, but like they were both right here. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this. Like my biggest fear just came true today. I got stung by a wasp more than once. But it was like kind of just embarrassing at the end of the day. I can't believe I let myself get stung by a wasp. Can you believe it? Bruh. Anyways, so like I don't know if you can still see it didn't like do much. For some reason, because I haven't been stung by a wasp, I don't want to say, maybe like my entire life, I accidentally got stung by a wasp when I was like 7, but that's because I was like playing on a playground and I didn't see it sitting on top of like a pole. And I like grabbed the pole with my hand and then realized my hand started to sting. And so I looked and it was like right here. I like stung myself right here. But because I grabbed the wasp, like be so for real. But yeah, I just remember it like hurt a little bit, but like that was it. But that was a long time ago, okay? So like I thought that it was gonna be like all like huge. Like I was expecting to just have a big old like, swollen area right here. And so when I looked and it like didn't look like that, I was like, oh, like it really wasn't that bad. Rude wasp, I know. Hello, hi. You finally returned? Yeah, it is so true. I'm finally here. 매일 아침 당신의 아름다운 얼굴을 보며 헤어날 수 있었으면 저겠어요. 그래. Blue looks good on you. You know what? That's what a lot of people say. This type of blue, like an indigo. Well, this blue is like it's like a sky blue. Maybe the lighting is making it look a little weird, but I think red hits more though. What? Yeah. Oh no. So it's crazy that you say that because a lot of people, it's kind of insane the way that like there's like even random people when they like associate me with like a color, they always say blue, which is crazy because I always thought people would say pink, you know? But like a lot of people say that like when they think of me, they think of blue. And so I'm like, oh, maybe that says a lot. What hour is it? It's almost 11 p.m. here. Ditto. I can't go that. I wish I could do it as pretty as she can, but I can't. You look good. Thanks. I got stung like 15 times at once one time. I stepped on the hive, I think. I was just walking in front of my brother and just started screaming. Yeah, and it's crazy because it kind of like, it doesn't hurt, but it's just really uncomfortable. So I like totally get it. My brother goes, what the heck is wrong with you? Getting stung by wasps, that's what it is. It's 1:47 here. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm keeping everyone awake. Oh yeah, okay, wait. I was gonna see if I can. 네. 러시아 군사 자금이? Do I want to read all of that? 아, 그래. 네. That's okay. Okay. Why did you say it in Korean, though? I've never been stung by anything. Hopefully you're not stung by anything ever, okay? This is my first time, like, getting stung by, like, a wasp in such a long time. English only. I mean, you could say Korean, but I thought it was gonna be, like, you know? It's, like, that's, like, something, I don't know. I remember years ago when I was camping, we were at the diner at the resort, and a bee started to twirl around on my arm, I think, and then stung me for no reason. A bee? Okay, see, I'm not scared of bees because I know bees won't sting you because they don't want to sting, you know, they sting you and they die. So, like, they don't want to die, so they're not going to try to sting you unless, like, you know, crazy things happen. But, like, bees won't do that to you. So, I'm not scared of bees. It's the wasps that have, like, for some... I wish the wasps would die when they sting you. But they can sting you, like, 10 times and be fine. It's like, why? Like, who needs that kind of power in this life? But the bees have to die? Like, that's insane. That's insane. Some people are allergic to the substance released from ant bites. Yeah, like my sister is allergic to mosquitoes. You know, like when they sting her, when they bite her, she gets, it's actually kind of crazy. Like, they, get really swollen, and sometimes they start to, like, not to be gross or anything, but, like, you know, like, they get, like, there's, like, pus and stuff inside of it, and it's, like, crazy. But that happens every time she gets stung by a mosquito. I spent a lot of time outside during my lifetime, so I've gotten stung a lot of times. See, I always try to stay away from wasps. Once I see a wasp, I'm, like, out of there. I got I've gotten bitten by mosquitoes, like, a lot. A lot. It's kind of crazy. Okay. Yellow jackets are worse. You know what? I bet you that's what we have. Wait. No, I don't think we do. Wait, no. Yellow, yeah, no, those look exactly like the ones that are in our facilities. They're yellow and they're huge. They're like this big. One time, I don't know if it was a sting, a spider bite or something, but it happened right by my knee and like half my leg swelled up. I couldn't even bend my leg for a day. Spider bites are insane though, too. My dad had a spider bite on the back of his ankle one time, I think, and it got so swollen he had to go to the hospital because he couldn't walk on it anymore. And so they like wrapped it up and stuff. Puss? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, where like the stuff starts coming out of it. It's like kind of gross, but I don't know what a wasp. I don't really speak English, so it's weird. Oh, it's like a bug. Not even a bug. I wouldn't even classify a wasp as a bug. They don't even get that kind of. It's an insect, and they're gross. They're disgusting. She's shown them before. It gets bad. Yeah, I know. She's like, it's a type of bee. Yeah. I probably should have gone to the hospital. I mean, I think if they like go down on their own, it was just like my dad's, he got bit and then it like was there for like a week and it just kept getting worse. So that's why he went, because he was like, is this, you know, more serious than it is? But I think they gave him some antibiotics, like wrapped it up and whatever. You like jazz? Yeah, the Bee movie. I should watch that again. The Bee movie's crazy. Oh, I was gonna see if I could. It might be gone now. It happened like earlier today. At what time? Like 3 o'clock. And it's like almost 11. So that was like 10. I can't add. 8 hours ago. So like it's probably gone. But it was like. It was like right here somewhere. Is all I can tell you. Okay, well. Good news is it's gone. Bad news was that it like. Just what an embarrassing thing to go through. The husband's crash on the Bee movie was so valid. So that's why I say I haven't seen the Bee movie in such a long time. I like don't remember the plot or anything. Anyways, I'm traumatized. So now I'm scared to go to work tomorrow because I know that they're gonna be there again. And I was minding my own business and it decided to sting me. So it's been a long time since I saw the Bee movie. Yeah, that's me too. That's why I think I have to just rewatch it. Actually, you know what I'm really excited to rewatch? I already have it pre-planned. I love watching Christmas movies. I love watching Christmas movies. The really like cheesy ones, I think they're like funny, but like there was one year. Now that I look back on it, it's actually really cute. I wish I could have like lived in that moment a little longer. I want to say 3 years ago now. It had to have been 3 years ago. I think it was the last Christmas I spent in the house that I shared with my pal and my ex-roommate. And so like me, just kind of naturally, I really love decorating. And I really love making like my spaces look really nice. So when we all lived together, I was constantly rearranging like our living room. In like every like few months or so, because that's what I did to my room. Like I do that to my room all the time. And so I rearranged the living room and I tried to do it. I'm also a very festive person. I love to decorate. And so for Christmas, right, because I decorated for Halloween, took all the stuff down, and for Christmas I like put up the tree. So I rearranged the living room to like kind of fit the Christmas tree that we had. And I rearranged it in this like really pretty way. Like I really outdid myself that year. And I put up like some Christmas lights like around like the windows and kind of throughout the living room to where like if we turned off all the overhead lighting and just left on the Christmas lights, I think it was the Christmas tree itself was so bright and vibrant. But it had this really cozy feeling that like you turn off all of the overhead lights and just let the tree be lit. It was such like this ambient feeling. And I remember my pal, The one I'm still friends with, okay, not the ex-roommate. My pal, I remember like when I finished the whole setup and I showed her, she was like, oh my god, this feels so like nice and cozy. Like it feels like a winter, like a cozy winter room. And I was like, doesn't it? And so I said, we should like really get into the spirit. And so we found like this, like, it's one of those cheesy like winter not even rom-coms, but the ones, you know, where like a trial and tribulation thing happens and then they like take the journey to like, I don't know if they're all those basic like Hallmark movies. And so we threw one of those on, and like I'm usually not a fan of those, but like watching that movie in like that cozy ambient space, and then we're like eating cookies or something, I was like, man, like this is like such a vibe right now, and I would love to just recreate that vibe sometimes. But that's what I think. I was like, maybe I should do that this holiday season and watch like cheesy Hallmark movies just to really get into the spirit. Sorry. Stay home, call in for real. That's what I'm saying. I'll be like, hey, I can't come in. Like, those wasps scare me. I love watching Halloween movies as well. That's what I'm saying. I should watch Halloween movies too. I should do that, actually. You're gonna put your Christmas lights up early? Yes. Christmas for me is November 1st. November 1st to December 26th. Halloween and Christmas are my favorite holidays. Honestly, I think I like them because they feel super festive, but also because they happen in the wintertime. And I love the wintertime. I'm a big fan. The latest I get Christmas stuff up is a week after Halloween. You get me. You completely get me. The latest I get my Halloween stuff up is mid-August. Really? For me, Halloween starts on September 1st. I don't care what anyone says. September 1st. Personally, I prefer Halloween because my family isn't really close, so I understand. I would love to have a cool Christmas. Yeah, I mean, like, you can celebrate Christmas too without, like, having family and whatnot. Because for me, it's like, I just love the vibe of Christmas. I love, like, the decorations. I love the way it's, like, in the wintertime and it's, like, cold and snowy. And it feels really, like, nice. I don't know. You probably binge the Lifetime channel. I see, okay. Okay. The thing about me, I don't like cheesy movies. Okay? If a movie starts feeling too cheesy to me, I immediately am like, I'm done. So let me tell you. So when I was younger, my mom used to like, I don't know if she used to like them, but she used to have a lot of the movies. And so she would play them kind of just like in the background. She's also like one of those people that likes background noise. But she would put on these like cheesy Hallmark movies. And there's a movie that specifically comes to mind because this is like how I realized I was like, this is so incredibly like corny. It's called Something Blue. Wait, Something New, Something Old. But it's a movie. Let me look. Oh, Something Old, Something New, and Something Borrowed. It's with like Cameron Diaz or something. Wait, let me see. No. I lied. It's not. No, it's not the Spanish movie. It's the one with like Cameron Diaz. Maybe it's Something Borrowed movie. Oh, it's called just Something Borrowed. But it's supposed to be a take on that. Yeah, I knew it. It has Cameron Diaz. Not Cameron Diaz. Kate Hudson. They're similar to me. I'm sorry. Kate Hudson. I was watching that movie and I was like, this is so cheesy. It is kind of a cheesy movie. But that's what I think of when I think of like Hallmark movies. But I really don't like those kinds of movies. Like, there's just no depth to them. And it's because they're predictable. Like, you know how it's going to end. So it's like, why would I watch it if I know how it's going to end? Or if even, like, the middle plot is not that interesting because it really wasn't. I usually have my kids in school for about a week. Then I pull out my Halloween decorations. But my whole house inside is decorated. Then I have, like, a bucket list of... Oh, wait, that's so nice. Hey, hi. Have you ever seen Don't Look Under the Bed? No. Well, I love orange, and I live in Canada. It's so beautiful here. Oh, wow. Hi, hello. I'll play Halloween ambience things on YouTube. I want to do that more. I think I should because it's October. You know, we only have like 3 weeks until Halloween, and then we have to wait a whole year. Please give me some suggestions for short hair cutting styles. I want to cut my hair. What's that one? Like a shaggy cut. It was a Disney Channel original movie. What? When? I don't remember that. Wear your glasses. I'm just not wearing them today. Watch it. I've never even heard of that. Wait, that's insane. 99? Wait, okay, wait. I have to find. Maybe I did see it in. Maybe not. Oh my god. Oh, maybe I didn't. I'm a liar. I've never seen it. I'm so sorry. I think I saw that while scrolling Disney the other day. We put on My Mom's Got a Date with the Vampire. Bro, I need to watch Halloween movies. This is insane. Are you dressing up for Halloween? I am. I just don't know what to be. Does anyone have suggestions? Is anyone dressing up for Halloween this year? Are any of you dressing up for Halloween? And are you doing anything for Halloween? Okay. Let me know. Because I'm going out with my pals. We've like made it this like tradition almost. Which is so funny to me. But this is our 3rd year. We're going out to like, you know, do all the Halloween, I should say the adult Halloween activities. That sounds wrong. But not trick-or-treating, okay? Like we're doing like, we're doing what the young adults do on Halloween. And so but I want to dress up because the first year that we went out, I didn't get a costume. But also I was a little scared because like, you know, like what the young adults do on Halloween. For some reason, I thought that nobody took Halloween that seriously until I went out. And I went out and I just got these like little stickers and like some like a headband or something. I don't remember. And that was my look. And then I went out and realized I looked like the most bland. I was the most blandest person there. I was like, man, I should have just bought a costume or something. So the year after, which was last year, I got a costume. But I didn't think of it in time. So I had to, like, I ordered it and it came in like the day before we went out. All right, like I was pushing, I was like short on time, right? But it was still a really cute look. It was still a really cute look. I went as Yumeko from Kakegurui. And I thought I looked pretty cute. I'm a little sad I can't do it again this year because that was a cute outfit. But now, this year I'm trying to decide on what I want to be. But like I have absolutely no idea. Because I would love to be like another anime character, but like I don't know of any animes where I like the character's like outfit. And also to where it's something that I'd be comfortable wearing. So I'm just like completely lost. But I don't want to be something like basic that like everyone's gonna be, you know? I'm going to be Abby for Halloween. Oh wait, period. Period. I'm dressing up with my friend as what? I'm probably just gonna hang with some friends for Halloween and do whatever. You know what? Sometimes that's what you need too. That's all you need to. Halloween, I'm working a 9-hour shift. No, I'm so sorry. I had this idea because you were talking about Christmas. What if you buy a mini fake tree and rest one as photo cards on the branches? Should I? I really want to get one of those wall trees. Like, you know, the ones that like they sit on, they're like wall decor, but they light up. I would do that. I have 5 kids, so I go trick-or-treating every year. Yeah, see, I feel like as somebody like with a family, like trick-or-treating would go so hard. It's just me, it's like, one, I'm old, okay? I'm kind of old. So like me trick-or-treating is like, that's like a kid's activity. Like I shouldn't be there trying to take away all these kids' candy. So that's why I don't really trick-or-treat. But like if I had someone to take trick-or-treating, maybe I would. I do a K-pop tree in my room every year for Christmas. I'm going to do a red themed one. Put all the red photo cards on it. Yeah, but why would... It's a nice idea, I think. I don't know if I would do it in my room, though. I'm ordering Abby's Hawaiian shirt, and then I'm gonna get a fake abs shirt to put on under it, and then I'm gonna print off a bunch of, oh my god, it could be Abby. That's so slay. I did think about, I actually would have loved to be one of the Huntrix members, but I hate doing things that other people do, like a big trend thing. So like I know that other people would probably be the Huntrix members, okay? And so there's gonna be like 20 of us that are like part of Huntrix, and like I don't want to do that. But I thought it would have been nice. Maybe I'll do it in like 3 years when it's not cool anymore. Wanted to have the urge to dress up as Mystery from K-pop Demon Hunters. See, that's what I'm saying. I think it would be really cool. It's just everyone's gonna do that, and I don't want to do that. You look like Heesun from Enhypen. Thank you. Yeah, but like I'm just completely lost. Like I have no idea what I want to be. There's like 5 things right now that I think I could be if I wanted to. But like I don't know. I can't commit to any of them. I had like the craziest idea to be Hannah Montana for Halloween this year. I was gonna get a blonde wig. I guess she never wears the headset mics. Maybe I should just get a regular microphone and bedazzle it and, you know, cut the wig kind of the same way and then get like an outfit. But also, I don't know, like that, it's not sitting that well with me. Because I do want to do like a look where like I have to like kind of do a bit of like a makeup style. I don't want to just do like a basic makeup style. Like I want to do like the Halloween theme. Like, you know, like I want dark eyeshadow or have to use like fake blood or something. Like, I think that would be nice. But I don't like any of the costumes. I'm having such a hard time. How's going to what? Aura farming. Huh? Everyone in my neighborhood knows I'm the K-pop person, so I'm pretty sure they're all expecting me to dress up as something from K-pop Demon Hunters. Really? I might do drag for Halloween. That would slay though. That would slay. I don't think I'll be Pac-Man themed anymore for this year. On Halloween, I recently bought a Mad Hatter shirt for 20 bucks. Ooh. That would... See, yeah, it's... Do you see how many ideas there are? Like, this is insane. It's insane. And I will not disappoint. Exactly. You can't let the people down. You're so pretty. I'm 6'10", by the way. Nice. Thank you. My daughter wants to be Lara Croft Tomb Raider. Okay, see, the other thing, too, is I actually... well, it was also just a brief... I actually would really like to be... well, I don't know if I'd like to be, but if I thought I could pull it off, maybe I would do it. I was looking at being Jasmine from Aladdin and get like her outfit. It's just it's just at the same time I'm not really built to be wearing her outfit. I truly am not built to be wearing her outfit. Which is a little sad because I think if I knew that if I thought I could pull off her outfit, maybe I would be Jasmine. Because, like, my hair is already kind of the same color. I can do the one braid. And, like, I love the color of her outfit anyways. But I don't think I'm built for that, low-key. You're a what fan? No, I don't know what that is. It's a Mad Hatter where it's a movie. From the movie Alice Through the Looking Glass. Interesting. I don't know if I've seen... Maybe I have. No, maybe I have. Maybe I have. That's so crazy you can talk to me about it. What do you mean? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Yeah, I don't know. The thing, too, though, about the Halloween costume is because I'm doing young adult things, I don't want something that's like obnoxious. Cause like there are like some that have like long dresses, or maybe they're a little bit poofy. But if I'm trying to be in like, you know, a function with like 100 other people, you know, like I don't want to be obnoxious with my costume. I definitely don't want it to like get stuck anywhere or get stepped on or anything of the sort. So I'm trying to find something that's like that can fit into kind of those kinds of areas. But I also don't want to do the typical, like, you know what people dress as, like women especially, the girls. And I mean, like, if they can pull off those outfits, that's fine. But like me personally, like, I don't want to be dressing as like with any specific theme in mind. Like, I do want to be a hot girl, but not that much of a hot girl, you know? I'm dilemma. Like, I want to be cool and hot, but not that cool and hot. He was always my favorite, and I was like, of course I'll buy it. Period. Russian songs? Oh, nice. My daughter loves the Russian lullabies. Oh. I might try and wear the shirt tomorrow to see how it fits, because it did say it came in a large size, and I hope that it works out because I'm a medium. Ooh, you know, you could just throw it in the dryer, maybe. I don't know. See, I went to a concert over the weekend. If you guys were here in my last stream, I was talking about it. I went to a concert over the weekend. Had the time of my life. Okay, it was really fun. And I got 2 shirts from the band that I was there to see. Okay, that was the only band I was there to see. I got 2 shirts, but this might be a little bit of TMI, okay? A little bit of a vulnerable moment, maybe. But when I buy shirts, I usually get a large. And for the longest time, I used to think that a large was like a good size for me. Like, it was like the size that, well, okay, how should I say? There were points in my life where a large was a good size. It was like the size that you wear and it like fits like very nicely. And I kind of like, it just kind of stuck in my head that like a large is always going to be like the size that fits me the best. Now, the older I got, okay, and kind of the more like, you know, you just grow into like you're like a different person the older you get. And you know, I've lost weight and whatnot, but like I still have the mindset that like a large fits me the best. And like, especially over the last few years, every time I get a large shirt, I'm like, this is gonna fit. And then I try it on and it's like, of course, too big. And so like, I'm like, okay, because I've been in maybe like the last year or two, I've sort of been in like that mindset. Every time I'm shopping and I look at a large, I'm like, maybe I should get a medium. But then I'm like, no, like, because I don't want it to be too tight or too small. I want it to like fit in with a little bit of room. So I always get a large, like, because of that. But then I try on the large and now it's just a little too big. Just like a little too big. And so then I'm always thinking of like, I should have got a medium. Anyway, I had that dilemma over the weekend because I went up to the booth. My first instinct was to be like, can I get this shirt in a large? I got 2 in the same size. I got it in a large. And then I try them on when I get home and I realize I should have got a medium. And I'm a little sad because I was thinking about it at the time. I was like, maybe I should ask for a medium. But then I was like, no, I'm gonna get a large. And now I'm dealing with the consequences of getting a size that's just too big. Well, it's not too big because it fits pretty well, but it fits like just kind of like a t-shirt, like a slightly oversized t-shirt. Like if I wanted to wear it as like a fitting shirt, it's not gonna look like that. So I'm a little sad about that. So I think from now on I need to just start getting clothes that fit. Nice. That's what my mom did. I actually found it at an antique store. So obviously used clothes, but sometimes they don't shrink in the dryer. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, so that's what I was talking about. So I got a large, should have got a medium, but I was like, maybe it'll shrink in the dryer. I just washed them yesterday. They did not shrink in the dryer, so I like totally get you. I don't know how else to make it smaller. Dry it again. Just dry it straight up without washing it. You know, like just go throw it in the dryer. I don't know. Or, yeah, that is so true. When I went to the Stray Kids concert, I ordered one and I grabbed it and I held it up to me and it was almost down to my what? So I was like, you know what? Maybe I should trade this and got a size smaller. It fit perfectly and I washed it and it shrank like 2 sizes. Yeah, see, sometimes like the material, like it'll shrink and sometimes it won't. And like, you'll just never know. Even if it doesn't shrink, I love baggy clothes. Me too. To my knees. Oh, wow, that's a little long. Yeah, like I usually like wearing like slightly oversized stuff anyways because I'm still a little insecure, okay? I'm just a girl. I have insecurities. So I like wearing like slightly oversized things, but like there are times where I do like wearing shirts that like just fit, you know? Not like super like skin tight or anything, but like they're fitted shirts. And I can't do that because all of my shirts are like not fitted. Baggy clothes are very comfortable. They are. I'm like starting to see the vision. The older I get, the more I see how baggy clothes are a lot better. I remember when I was younger, in like middle school and high school, when skinny jeans were in. Skinny jeans have always been uncomfortable, but for some, I like gaslit myself into thinking that they were comfortable. And I used to wear them all the time. Me, these days, if anything, like if I have jeans and they start to feel a little too fitted, I don't wear them. Because I don't like that. I like when my clothes are breathable. You know? That oversized cloth suits you so much. Yeah, I mean, I like wearing baggy clothes sometimes, but like sometimes I also like wearing fitted shirts and stuff. Things that fit. Sorry, my chair. Man. Today when I was bagging, I like to look around and see the customers walking, and I saw one girl wearing Dominate shirt, and my inner self screamed, Stray Kids fan. You should have said hi. Hi, I love Stray Kids too. Yeah. Fitted clothing feels restrictive sometimes. I mean, it does, but I think sometimes it like really adds to the look. I mean, like I don't wear like super skin tight things because like, again, I don't like feeling like I'm like stuck in the clothing. But like fitted things, sometimes they look super nice. Yeah. Sadly, I think she did the self-checkout. Oh no. You know what? That's fair. I do self-checkout too. It was so fun after the Stray Kids concert seeing people walk around Walmart wearing the tour shirts. Yeah, isn't that like the craziest thing? You should sleep now. That's true. I think I'll do 10 more minutes of stream. And then I will end for tonight. Because I did start a bit late. So 10 more minutes of stream. And then I will end for today. I live in Utah, so it wasn't near a venue. Really? You know what? Where I live, I think the K-pop group that I like, well, obviously I see a lot of BTS, of course. I think I've seen Twice a few times. Maybe like an ATEEZ, and then that's been about it. Like I don't see anything else where I live. But I don't know if people like where I live are K-pop fans anyways. We're not really giving like community of K-pop. We're getting a healthy community of K-pop fans out here. That's nice though. I think that's really nice. Jesus. I remember when Rachel got to see Stray Kids, but she only had enough money for 2 people, so it was just her and her dad. But she said that Felix's voice was much more deeper in person. I was like, he goes deeper? I know, he has such a deep voice. Isn't that insane? Isn't that kind of insane? It's like so strange. Sometimes it's like so crazy to me how like some, like just people in general, well, guys, you know, especially, some guys have such deep voices. It's like insane. It's so insane to think about. Because I think the same thing about Lido. Every time he talks, because like everyone says it every time he talks, um, especially like at concerts, it's like so funny to see. Like he starts talking and people are like, man, he has a deep voice. And like, I always think that too, though, every time he talks. Because it's just like, how do people have, how does guys have like such deep voices like that? I'm like thinking about it in my head. He does kind of have a deep voice. But Lido is like so funny. Because like when he's kind of just like naturally talking, he has a deep voice. But like when he laughs, it's like high pitched. It's high pitched. And then when he sings, it's like much higher. But it's like his laugh, like Lido's laugh to me is actually one of like the how should I say? Am I a simp for his laugh? It's adorable, I think. Like when he laughs, it's just so, I don't want to say it's cute, but it's like it's adorable. And then when he sings, it's like kind of charming because he talks and he talks like way down here, but then he sings and it's like way up here, and so there's like such like a drastic difference. So it's like, wow, you know, you would not expect that from someone like him. Um, we do events out here every month where we get together to do crafts. Oh my god, what the heck? That's so nice, actually. I want to hear his high voice so much, but I think the deep voice is taking over. You know what? That's true. I also have deep voice. I mean, are you sure? Sorry. Because it rumbles. I know that sounds really... No, no, no. It's like true though. Like you can, like every time they talk, you kind of just feel it. Like you can... I get you. You can feel it. Us women get pain and cramps while men get deep voices. Tell me about it. They get deep voices and sometimes they're really attractive. The deep voice is really attractive. Anyways. I remember being held by my dad as he would talk. His voice would rumble in my ear when I was a little kid. Really? I'm trying to remember if that's ever... I don't know. I don't think that's ever happened for me. That's nice though, I think. That's a very very heartwarming memory to have, for sure. Yeah, I don't, it's just, it's crazy. Sometimes I just think about little things like that. I think about it in general too though, because there's like some women, and there's some women that I know personally that have like deeper voices, and then there's like, you know, like people who have really like light voices. Like me. So, but see, this could also be like my insecurities. I don't know. I tend to think that I have like kind of a, like my voice is a little bit on the deeper side. And that's what I think when I talk and when I like, you know, every time I hear myself, I always think that I have like a slightly deeper voice. Now, not a lot, but I think that it like I have, it's just a little bit. But then I like hear myself in videos and like recordings and whatnot, and like I don't sound like that. So like I don't know. But there's like, you know, there's girls that I know that have like lighter voices. There's girls that I know that have deeper voices, and it's crazy to think that like everyone has different voices. You know, like everyone sounds differently. And it's like, how does that, I don't know. They're just crazy things to think about sometimes, I think. It's pretty crazy that I remember that. I'm 36, by the way. You're 36. I'm 33. I'm just kidding. I'm not. No, that means it was like a really nice memory though. I remember for Stray Kids, case 143 and Felix said, "Can your boyfriend hilarious?" And I screamed at 3 a.m. She does live occasionally, usually about once a week. You know what? Thank you so much for being realistic. I tried to do like 2 to 3 times a week, but like I've just been so busy these days. A little tired. So this was before me and my boyfriend started dating, so it's okay. Valid. I think my voice sounds very similar to yours now that we're thinking about it. Really? You mean in like on like the way that it's like what am I trying to say? Never mind. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Your voice is sweet. Thank you. Getting used to your voice in recordings feels embarrassing in the beginning. Do I really sound like that? I know. So yeah, mine used to be like it started out like with voices, like you know, with the way that I sounded. I'm like, why do I sound like that? Well, I shouldn't say that because I kind of still think the same. Okay, let me let you in on a little bit of a secret. Okay, well, not a secret, but I'm gonna be a little vulnerable. Vulnerable? I'm just gonna tell you something. So sometimes I go back and watch my old videos and like on this channel, and it's so goofy because like I don't notice that like my voice or the way that I'm talking or like how I'm talking or anything is changing. Like I don't notice it at all. And probably because like, you know, why would I notice something like that? Um, but I go back and I watch my old videos and then I notice how I'm like one, I sound different. I sound like my voice does sound like higher pitched, but I can't tell if that's just because I'm like younger. Um, or if it was like the way that I was talking, because I also in my earlier videos, I talk really weird. I can't tell you why I was talking like that because I don't know either. I listened to it and I'm like, why? Like, why was I talking like that? Like, I don't know. And so then I'm like, is it like because of the way I was talking that's why my voice would sound like that? Or is it because I was just like younger so it sounds lighter? Um, and so like I still have that issue, but like with my younger self. Cause my videos from like the last like year, to me, like they're really normal. I'm like, yeah, that's how I sound. I know that's how I sound. But my videos from like 2 years ago, I listened to them and I'm like, what? Even 3 years ago, that's way worse. Um, yeah. So like I did have to get used to that too, of like listening to how I sound and then being like, man, I can't believe I sound like that. So insane. I don't know, I kind of have that deepness to it as well, but it's not really deep though. It just sometimes sounds deepish. Yeah, see, that's mine too. Like mine, I see. It does, it's on the deeper side, but it's not deep. But it's not like, you know, light and frilly or anything. My voice changes without me noticing. Sometimes it's high slightly and other times are low. And I remember at work a few days ago I had an accent and someone thought I was Canadian. I said, no. I slur my words and have to re-record sometimes. You know what? Me too. I have this problem where sometimes my thoughts are moving faster than I can talk. And like sometimes I can talk pretty fast, but if I'm trying to say everything that's on my mind, like obviously it's not coming out that fast. So then I start like tripping over my words and then I start doing like I'll blend words together or I'll like forget the word halfway or like I'll slur the word, whatever. And it's just like it's so embarrassing sometimes. And so um like I'll have to like stop and then slow myself down and then start trying example, start trying to sort of like enunciate every word to like help me slow down. Um but that's just because like I'm trying to say everything that I'm thinking and it doesn't work. Your cell phone catches frequency different from what you say. Sometimes my voice changes accents, so I understand why they thought that sometimes since I lived in Georgia all my life, my inner country voice comes out randomly in front of friends. Really? I think mine does too. I think one thing I've noticed, especially like when I watch like my older videos and listen to myself talk, I pick up the way, I guess, like accents slightly, like I pick up accents like really easily. Um and so like I used to work in like a place that was full of I have to just word it like this because it's actually a little different. Um it's full of like Midwestern white people. So I was talking the way that everyone else was talking. And so I think in all my earlier videos, that's kind of why I sounded like that. Because that's the way that people around where I live, like the white people, like in the city and whatnot, that's how they all talk. But because now like I live in a place where like I work with like native people, just a bunch of native people. And like it's a long story, but native people have their own way of talking. And I don't think I sound like that because again, I don't really want to sound like that. But like working like with native people, like native coworkers and then like, you know, kind of the community and whatnot, I think it like makes me feel more relaxed. So that's why my voice is like deeper and then I don't talk the way, because it's also I'm not trying to like put on a customer service voice. I'm just trying to talk the way that I talk to everyone. Because again, like I feel comfortable around my own people, all right? That's all. But I do think that's why like now I sound much more casual when I talk. Once in a while, not constantly. That's fair. Still waiting for that fry bread husband application. Oh yeah. I forgot. I used to have people think that I was English because I would accidentally pronounce my T's. People in Utah don't pronounce T's. Really? Wait, that's crazy. I pronounce like every T possible. When I was watching an Irish series, I picked up a slight Irish accent. No, you know what's an accent I actually really, really love? Oh my god, it's like one of my favorite accents ever. I love British accents, but what I love even more is a blend of a British accent with like an American accent. Like where it's not completely British. But like American accents are boring. But it's like it's a blend of it. So like they say some things in a British accent, but they say like some things in American accent. For example, my friend Gemma, she has this accent, and that's what made me realize that I actually really liked it. Because she went to university in the UK, I believe. So she obviously, you know, picked up their accent and used to have a really thick British accent. But when she moved back home, like all of the people there, I think, she said that she picked up more of like an American accent. So the first time I talked to her on the phone, she had a British accent, but it was like, because she even told me herself, she was like, I have like this fake British accent, but like I heard her and I was like, it sounds pretty British to me, but like I could hear how it's not entirely British. But the more we talked on the phone, I think she started picking up my accent. And so she started to sound more like American. Anyway, so when we went to Seoul together, she was talking like me, obviously, right? But we met another girl there. She's actually from the UK and she was a tune. She was going to the concert. So we like, you know, we told her to like hang out with us while we were there. But she has a British accent, duh. And so like Gemma, because like, you know, she has these like blends of American and British accents. When she would talk to the other girl, her British accent would just like come out. Like it was so full force. But I could hear how it was still really blended with an American accent. And I just was like, man, it sounds so nice. It sounds like elegant. And part of me in that moment, I was like, I wish I could like have an accent like that. But me, I just have a bland Midwestern accent. Of all accents I could have, it's a Midwestern accent. It's actually a mix of a Midwestern and a Northern accent, I guess. So I've heard. Res accent. Yeah, okay, see, the res accent is the one I don't like. I don't really like the way it sounds, and I try my best to not sound like that. So every time I start to think that am like not developing, but picking up a res accent, I start practicing like a basic Midwest accent, a basic American accent, because I don't want a res accent, low key. You'll gather an accent without knowing it. I know. Like mountains, we say mountains. Oh, like you just completely skip the T. Mountains. Yeah, I say the T. I can't. Let me say something with mountains in it. Mountain. Oh, I guess I say it the same way. If I'm saying it fast, I will. When I was working today, I was so happy because when I was there, I found the Krispy Kreme Halloween donuts in the front. Then after my shift, I'd go home. I went to Starbucks and got myself a hot chocolate with extra whipped cream. That sounds like a beautiful day. People say I have a California accent, but not really sure what that means. California? I always think of that One Young video. One Young has such a Valley Girl accent, and it's actually like, it's almost a little adorable. I'm not sure who was teaching her English that had a Valley Girl accent or told her to learn it in a Valley Girl accent, but like, that's all I think of is California? California accent. I'm trying to think of what that would even be. I don't. Hola, hello. I'm thinking blast from the past. Yeah, I said mountain without the T sound most of my life. Mountain. Look at that mountain. Well, if I'm saying it fast, I skip the T. So maybe I know what you mean. Marry a girl from Pasadena. For the Valley Girl accent. I do not have an adorable accent. I don't even know what a California accent is. Let me look it up really quick. I said I was gonna end stream a while ago. Hold on, I gotta listen. Learn the Californian accent.
I'm talking to you today to help you understand my local accent. I'm proud to come from Riverside, California, and the Inland Empire area welcomes tourists and visitors of every kind from everywhere, near and far.
That sounds normal.
I hope you enjoy your stay.
You should do the accent oracle test. Wait, should I? Should I do that and then end stream? Okay. I have no idea either. That sounded really normal to me. I don't know. You gotta watch the movie. Oh, see, I didn't even... It's a speaking test that picks up on any accent you have. Should I try it right now as we speak? All right, let me see. I'm gonna put this right here. I like chatting with you anyways. You have no need to get off. Okay, thank you so much. But it's also because it's a little late, so like I'm trying not to. Okay. Let me try. I'm gonna try. Do you have an accent when speaking English? I bet I can guess it in 30 seconds or less. You need to end the stream so you can work on that application. Okay, you know what? So my sister, she streams too, right? She streams on Twitch, and she has this thing. I always thought it would be like interesting, but like I don't know how I would word it. But it seems interesting to do. It's just I don't have that kind of like audience, you know? But she has an audience full of like simps. Like that's her like concept, right? So she like created this thing called a boyfriend application. And they're like, there's guys who fill it out like for real. And it's always funny when she goes through them because they're like, some people are being serious and some people are like just like filling it out for fun. And I was like, I would love to create an application like that, but maybe not call it the boyfriend application because like what would I call it? But like having an application like that where people go fill it out, I think it would be kind of fun. Okay, no one bother me. I'm taking this test. I'm taking the test. Okay, ready? Ah, I'm scared. Read this sentence for me and I'll guess your accent. Okay. Ready? Okay, I'm scared. What if they read me so bad? All right. Ah. Okay. It can hear me, it said. I've been trying to spend less time on my phone and more time enjoying the world around me. It's amazing how much more present I feel when I focus on my surroundings instead of a screen. I can't stop it. I couldn't stop. Did I have to just keep reading it over and over until he guessed? It says, you sound like a native English speaker with an American accent. And then, my accent DNA. Here's everything I detected in your voice. 82% American English. And then it says 7% Vietnamese. And then 5% Filipino. What did I say? I mean, yeah, it was an American accent. But what 7% being... Can I try it again? Okay. Let me try it again and see what it says. The husband fry bread application. Yeah, but like, is anyone gonna... And I forgot to say that when my boyfriend surprised me at work, he was with his grandma. Oh! And I walked out to help them unload the car, and everyone on the way back in this said that we were so cute together. Oh, wait, that's cute. Stop, you're gonna make me feel so single. I'm so sad. Korean boy band accent. Okay, I think I got 98% a Spanish accent. Really? Mine's at American. Wait, okay, I gotta try. I got a new prompt. Let me try it again. Let me like sit this close and like read it. Okay, ready? Learning about the history of different places always interests me. Every city or town has unique stories, and exploring them through books or museums gives me a better understanding of how the past has shaped the present. It's a way to travel through time. Okay. All right, American English. Ready? What am I doing? Okay, it said American English 60%. It's like way less this time. And then it says Chinese 14%. And then Vietnamese 14%. What? Next time you need to relax and read it. It's gonna be way worse. All right, let me relax. Let me relax right now. I'll say it again. Ooh, this one's new. I'll just say it the way that I talk. When I visit a new cafe, I always look for a cozy corner where I can sit and people watch. Seeing the mix of personalities and interactions around me is interesting. It's a small way to connect with the world, even as a quiet observer. Yeah, I said enough. All right, let's go. All right, American English. Ready? It's getting worse. It's getting so much worse. I got 55% American English, 17% Vietnamese, and 16% Chinese. What am I saying? This is insane. And they all asked how long we were dating, and I said it was almost 3 years. That's cute. I'll fill out a friend application if you make one. In the market for more friends. I'll just have to figure out like how to like word it. You're Asian. Apparently I talk like... That makes no sense to me though. How does that make any sense? Bruh. 9% African. See, like, what am I saying and how am I saying it for them to think that it's like... Just even the fact that it's... They're picking up hints of... Vietnamese seems to be like the common theme in those ones. Because at first it was Filipino and then it became Chinese. But like, how am I talking? What am I saying? That's funny. I had an Asian girlfriend, you sound nothing like her. I mean, to be fair, it does say that like it's very heavily American English, but it's the fact that it's like it's sensing like some like Vietnamese and apparently Chinese like inflections or intonations or something. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not too sure. You really sound like Taylor Swift. Too much K-pop? No, that's not. No, that is not true. Not true. No. All right. Anyways, before I get too carried away, okay, I did say I was gonna end the stream after I did this accent oracle test, and I did. So I guess the more we know. But I am going to end the stream here for tonight. Where'd you get that accent info? It's called the accent oracle test. It's a speaking test. The K-pop influence. I know. You watch dramas too much? Yeah, but like they speak in like Korean. Like I don't know. Okay, anyways. I'm gonna get too carried away. I'm gonna start yapping again. I'm gonna end the stream here for tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching and for hanging out with me. It was such a nice and chill stream. I honestly I don't really want to promise another stream. Like or what am I trying to say? I don't want to promise a stream tomorrow because like I'm not sure. And like I seem to be like completely like just kind of failing you guys. So I will just say that I will see you next time when I see you. I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. Or hope you're having a good day right now, or you had a good day today, or you have a good day tomorrow. And I will see you all in the next stream. Bye everyone. Have a good night, have good sleeps, and have good dreams and everything in between. And I will see you all next time.